Hello, my name is Liz, and this is my Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins. This is, I'm going to say, part 13. Um, as always, I have played this many times, and there will be spoilers, so if you want to watch this, just be aware of that. Um, we are at the Mage Tower. I have just cleared all the demons out. Well, actually, there's one that still remains, so that's what we're going to do right now. First, we're going to talk to we've already talked to Gregor here, so we're going to speak to Irving.
Here we are, the tower in disarray, the circle nearly annihilated. Oh, it could have been much, much worse. I am glad you arrived when you did. It's almost as though the Maker himself sent you.
The Blight drove me here to seek aid.
The least we can do is help you against the Darkspawn. I would hate to survive this, only to be overcome by the Blight.
But there are so few mages left.
You of all people should know that we are not to be underestimated. The mages you see here will be a great help to you. You have my word. As first enchanter, the Circle will join the Grey Wardens in the fight.
Irving, I have a request. I seek leave to follow the Grey Warden.
When we need you here, the Circle needs you.
I appreciate the sentiment, Irving. But the Circle will do fine without me. The Circle has you. This man is brave and good, and capable of great things. If he will accept my help, I will help him accomplish his goals.
Well, of course, I'd be honored to have Wynne join me.
You were never one to stay in the tower when there was adventure to be had elsewhere.
Why stay when I can be of service elsewhere?
Then I give you leave to follow the Grey Warden. But know that you always have a place here. There is much to be done here, and I must go. You must forgive me for not being a proper host.
I understand. Till we meet again.
When the time comes, we will stand beside you.
A lot of these dialogue choices will end up with the same result. If you don't have Wynne in your party, she still approves. Our first enchanter always gives us the same responses. It's interesting to me when I try to play it differently every time. It's interesting to me that I'm still stunned. I wondered why I was making noises. It's interesting to me.
You have a barbed tongue.
I don't know if I have the strength for another big battle.
The Grey Wardens saved us. Fighting the Blight is the least we can do.
True.
The Circle has always played a part in defeating the Blights. This is our chance to show that we will fight and die for our home, just like any other Ferelden.
It's a bit of a shame that their dialogue cut off whatever Wynne was saying. I think she was bitching at Morrigan about something. Okay, I believe, I can't remember where the thing was that I needed to defeat. I think it's definitely through this door. Let's see if it's around here
When
somewhere.
we've rested enough, we need to get these out of the tower before they get fragrant.
Touching those abominations. It's wrong. Why do we have to take them across the lake to burn? The lake's right there.
That's horrible. I love it. Maybe the abomination isn't down here. I know there's something around here somewhere that we need to defeat. We'll go up a bit.
I shall do it.
If there's nothing here, then I'm going to come back anyway because I think I emptied this out earlier.
It has begun.
If there's nothing up here on this floor, I'm going to leave and go back because we've got a chest. We have to. Is it this one? Yeah. That chest. I'm gonna have to get that. That's gonna bug me if I don't get that. So if I have to come back and go through all the floors, I might not make you watch that because it will take some time, I think. I wonder, can we get through here now? No. And we also have to deal with this. So it might be some time before I come back, but there are a few things that I want to do. But I'm just going to go to the end of this floor really quickly. Alright, well, I'm not going to go up there. I'm going to come back because I have to do a couple things. So I'm just going to leave the tower for now. Sorry about that. But it gives us a little bit of time to talk about lore. So the way I understand it, and I'm sure there's going to be some purists who come here and say that I'm not quite right, if this video gets any attention whatsoever. The Fade is where mages get their power from. It's where dreams come from. When we go into the Fade, oh wait, there's Cullen. Oh, I want to talk to Cullen.
I wish I could have gone with them. To fight.
Cullen is in the other Dragon Age games, which is why I was like, oh, let's talk to Cullen, because I really like Cullen. Now, Cullen right now is suffering from major PTSD because of the horrible things that he saw. And he's actually a really good guy. I have seen a lot of people play Let's Plays now. I'd say 3. I think
Why
I
are you
watched
here?
3.
I beg your pardon?
Women are artisans or merchants, or farmers, though you don't seem particularly earthy. They have no place in war.
I can't even begin to tell you what's wrong with that idea.
It is not done. There is no more to it.
I do not understand. Do the Kunari have no female mages? No female warriors?
Of course not. Why would our women wish to be men?
Do you believe I wish to be a man?
You cannot be a man. That will lead you only to frustration.
I believe this discussion does the same. Let us speak no more of it, Sten.
As you wish.
Yep, very literal-minded. I'm not really a fan of the Qun. Let's go back to the camp for now. So anyway,
The blight.
Cullen...
How will you end it?
How will I end the Blight? Well, we have to fight the Archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
What have you heard?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
I'm new to the Wardens. I'm not here to impress you. I'm new to the Wardens is kind of an excuse. What, you think you could do better? Is kind of... I don't know whether he'd say about that. I'm not here to impress you. Might actually go down well. So I'm gonna choose the last one. Stun is a weird person to talk to. Like I said, he's very literal, so that's why I don't think he'd like the first one. He's just gonna see that as an excuse. He's gonna say, well, buckle up, soldier. The second one, he's going to see that sarcasm, and he's not gonna understand that, so I'm gonna do the third one.
Evidently not. It remains only to see what you are here for.
And he approves. That is the thing about Sten. He wants you to show him that you are worthy. So, you know, sometimes you gotta be a little bit harsh with him because he's a harsh person. What was I gonna do? Oh, there was some gifts I thought I'd hand out. just basically to get them out of my inventory. Who's got the least amounts of... Oh god, I don't want to give Morgan any more gifts. I'm going to give her a gift, but Sten is plus 17. Win is plus 17. Ruskin is all the way at the top. Alistair is plus 19. Liliana, I do have another gift for her, so I'm not gonna... Let's give Sten this tangled ball of yarn.
You have my thanks.
Yeah, he's not gonna like that too much. Alistair can have this white rune stone. He likes rune stones and he likes statues.
Is that for me? Really? Wow! Wow!
Let's give Liliana this chantry amulet.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
And we got a couple things to give Morgan. This remarkable malachite. I'm gonna keep that for now. Oh, Wynn likes wine. She likes nice wine.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
She does like wine. She's a mom like that. Yeah, none of these are in my party at the moment. So then there's just these two from Morgan. Is that right? Yes, I think so. We get a lot of things for other team members, and they just sit in your inventory until you talk to them.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Alright, let's give her this black grimoire.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
Are you planning to return it to your mother?
Return it? Indeed not. This tome represents the one time any of my mother's secrets were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
And when you reach a certain thresholds with your party, you will get things like skills and other talents. They start wanting to do more for you, so they become better at being party members. I can't believe that's still above his head. I'm gonna have to. I'll check that out later. Let's talk to Sten because he's right here.
Yes.
What were you doing in the cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
That's not what I meant.
It's what you asked.
See, that's the literal nature. Are you going to answer my question?
I did. Parshera, was there anything else?
Don't want to talk about it. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
Okay. Ooh, what was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Why would the Canary care about the Blight?
Why do you?
I'm a Grey Warden, it's my job. He likes that sort of thing.
Exactly. You don't ask, nor do I. The Arashok sends me and I go.
Don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you gonna do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
You said something earlier about mages?
We have no mages such as you do. We have beasts in the shape of men who perform tricks.
Beasts can't do magic.
Some men act the part of beasts.
Are you calling me a beast?
You have your moments.
Wonderful. I haven't asked him these sorts of questions before because I wasn't a mage. Moments where I am a beast or moments when I'm not?
One would imply the other.
Oh my lord, that's great. Why have magic at all if it's so evil? I don't know about that. Are you sure you want to say that to my face? He's going to take offense at that. Magic's not entirely evil, you know. He's not going to see it that way. Do you think that view is a little harsh? He's definitely not going to agree with that, so we'll go for the first option. Why have magic at all if it's so evil?
We live in the world and magic is part of it. One might as well reject the sky. Parshera, are we going to fight the Darkspawn or chatter until they grow bored and leave?
That's a good question. Let's see if there's another question we can ask him.
Very well.
What do you mean your mages are beasts?
I misspoke. They are not beasts. Beasts learn eventually.
Fantastic. I've never spoken to him about this. This is great. What's so terrible about magic? Well, I know that, but let's ask him.
Mages? Is there some reason you insist upon discussing this?
It's a subject of concern to me.
You live in this world just as I do. You already know what magic is.
And what is magic, Sten?
A sword with no hilt. There is no use talking of this. We should move on. Very well.
I wonder if he's gonna be unhappy about this, but we'll keep going. Mages aren't as dangerous as you say. I think they are, but we'll see what he says about it.
Clearly your chantry agrees.
The Chantry still thinks magic is useful, that is true.
As do the Kunari. We simply treat it as it deserves.
Well, you can't have seen anything like this before.
Can't I? My home has been under attack by the mage lords of Tevinter for all my lifetime. I have seen what magic is and what it does. There is no use talking of this. We should move on.
Okay, let's go. I don't want to get rid of all of his dialogue right now.
As you wish.
Aha! Yes, he liked that because I was being very, very literal and not giving him anywhere to go. And, yeah. That's how you talk to Sten. I can't believe that. That's crazy. Alright, let's look at Sten's happy meter now. He is at form. Fantastic. I've done good work there. Right. Let's talk to Alistair real quickly.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Okay, we're gonna go to Redcliffe, so we'll talk about Arl Eamon. So you said this Arl Eamon raised you?
Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
Really? That must have been tough for them.
Well, they were flying dogs, you see. Surprisingly strict parents, too. And devout Andrastians to boot.
Wait, Anders? And these dogs sold you to the Chantry, I take it?
Oh, there you go, listening to me again. You'd think you'd have gotten past that already. I ended up in the Chantry, sure, but I didn't start there. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Our Lehman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
So I don't think his mother was actually a serving maid. His mother comes up later in the other games, and she is quite an interesting character. She's in Dragon Age 3, and if you don't know that she's his mother, you'll overlook her because it's not really brought up. It's kind of hinted. Okay. I'm not going to ask him this because he's not going to tell me right now. But you blamed him then, I take it?
I was young and resentful and not very pious. Of course I blamed him. I remember screaming at him like a little child. Well, I was a child, so I doubt he was surprised. Our Lehman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Okay, so he was sent to the Chantry at the age of 10, so Arl Eamon didn't know him after the age of 10, or didn't know him very intimately. We're going to be sympathetic because Alistair likes that. What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You were young.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Not a whole lot of approval. Let's talk to him one more time. I'm gonna do 2 lines of dialogue.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
So how did you become a Grey Warden? Wait. I don't think he actually hates the Chantry. So, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Haha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
He's not the religious sort. You don't seem like the religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you?
I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens, is all. The Chantry didn't lose much. And I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
He was a good man.
He was. A good man who didn't deserve his fate. That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
Only one approval, Alistair, come on. Alright, let's see if I can get any further with Liliana here. Let's see her approval right now. I think Alistair may even still be neutral. Oh, he's warm. That's good. Morgan is still interested. Alright, so Liliana is at neutral still. That's fine.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
You know, a beautiful, charming woman like yourself.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique, because then they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
Let's lay it on thick. Those initiates can't have been more lovely than you.
Flatterer. I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic. The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
That's right, they're called the Affirmed. Let's hear from her what the Affirmed are.
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
Yeah, so she never had to vow for chastity. Why were you seeking safe harbor?
The Chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Okay, she liked that a little bit.
Yes? Something you need?
I'd like to talk to you about something. I think because she said, "Here I am," now it's something you need. I think she's changed her approval rating a little bit. I think I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Why did you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
Was she not happy in Orlais?
She wasn't unhappy. We had a good life, and she liked Orlais well enough. I loved it, though. Valroyaux was so vibrant, colorful. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
You were young, it's understandable.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Okay, let's see how she's feeling now. Interested. Oh, there you go. 2 girls interested. I said I was good with the ladies, didn't I? Sten is warm. Win is neutral. I gave you wine, Win. Ugh.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
No, you're a person.
Ha, very funny. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
So, I read online that Win here is only about 50 years old. So she's like, I'm so old. She's only 50. Jesus. Hey, don't say those things. We still need you.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise.
Alright, wanna try again?
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No, the ones in the tower are the first I've ever seen. Why do you ask? Well, I've heard many stories.
You are younger than I, and your nerves yet have some steel in them. Did you feel any fear facing the abominations?
Some, but I knew I could not falter.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Gosh, I'll bet. You're a great mage. You would never have become an abomination.
Every mage is vulnerable, no matter how accomplished or powerful. That is the first thing we learn, and overconfidence can lead to recklessness. One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Oh, I get one approval. Win, don't you love me? Emissary Heather.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
Yep, so when you get different factions join you, and because we did the mage first, we have a mage here. They have these supply crates that you can fill. And you can turn in runes for them. And I think I will. I'll give them all the novice runes that I have. Leave.
You are wise to invest in the effectiveness of your followers.
It helps in the final battle if you equip your troops properly. I'm just gonna talk to Morrigan a little bit.
Yes?
So life in the wilds must have been very lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
And did they speak back?
Don't be foolish. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. It was encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
What happened then?
Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
She's not gonna like it if you say that you feel sorry for her. They made you stronger, did they? She'll like that.
They did indeed.
Yep.
To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Okay, so we got a little bit cool upgrade from her. This is going to drive me absolutely bonkers. Okay, I'm going to outfit everyone if I can. I have a magic staff, which isn't as good as what she's got. Neither is the Acolyte staff. These Cinderfell gauntlets I'm gonna put on me. Wait, what have I got already? Charged mitts, Cinderfell cut. Okay, yeah. Morgan's already doing some cold damage, so I'm going to give her these charged mitts. That'll give her some electricity damage. Yeah, those robes she's got are better. And so's that cowl. Okay, let's go to another mage. Wynn, can I give you a hood? No. I can't give you Morgan's robes. The robes she has are pretty good. Let's give her some leather boots. Just so she has some boots. And her magic staff is much better than the ones that I have. Wait, can I equip Final Reason yet? Can I? I can! Amazing! Okay. Let's see. Is there any rings that I can use? No, we're kitted out for rings, at least the mages are. So let's look at the weapons for the boys. No, that maul isn't very good at all, is it? The saw sword is pretty good, but it's not as good as the one that I've currently got equipped, because that's got some electricity damage. Wait, let me check the armor. Templar armor. Ooh, much better. Let's give him Templar armor. We're not going to bother with the Templar helm. And his shield is much better than that. Okay. Liliana. I think that would give her too much, what's the word for it? Fatigue. And her bow. She can't equip the good bows yet. So I'm not gonna give them to her. And I can't update her character now, I don't think. I'll check that in a bit. Sten. I'm gonna give him two-handed weapons. I don't think I've got another one. And he doesn't get a shield, and he's got a better helm than that. Can Alistair not equip that yet? Yeah, he can't equip that yet. That's okay. I'll take him with me, and then I'll level him up, and then he can use that. Okay. Right, and the dog. These are his old stuff, so we'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of most of these things.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? The Darkspawn have attacked Lothering. I don't think everyone even had fled by the time they came, either. Word has it they swarmed the entire area, making off with prisoners and burning down the buildings, and then they were gone. Just as quick. I wonder if there's anyone left. I heard some chanters were going to head down south, maybe to try to find some survivors. I'm not holding out hope myself. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
So once you leave Lothering and you go to any other location, you can't go back. Let me see your wares, Badan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Let's get rid of some stuff. I'm gonna keep this Beastman's dagger because it has rune slots, but I'll get rid of everything else. Yeah, I don't need that. Get rid of that. These acolyte staffs, short bows, and we'll keep these daggers. Someone may turn up and want to use them. And get rid of all this stuff we don't need. And get rid of rings that don't make any difference. Buckle of the Wind is pretty good. This 1% spirit resistance isn't worth it. Some of these might be helpful because they've got resistances to some effects, so we'll keep them. I'm going to get rid of this rock salve because I probably won't ever use it, as well as that. I just don't think about it. We got a shock bomb here, but I never use bombs. Or acid flasks. We'll keep the sapphire and the malachites. Okay, and then also the stuff like this. I'm going to keep the fire crystal for now because I might make fire resistance potions just later. And I'll keep the toxin extracts as well, so that's probably fine. So for the stuff that he's got a really nice staff here. I've already bought Final Reason, so that's okay. Ugh, I should have bought it from him because he does give me a discount. I still can't buy these tomes, but one of these days I might be able to afford it. And he's got a backpack for 7. Oh, that hurts. Okay. I don't want to use these gifts yet. I think we're doing okay. So I'm not gonna do that unless I seriously piss someone off or need to have somebody's approval. I'm alright for the moment. And I will let's see if there's anything in my journal about anything that I need to do for quests. So for companions, we've got Flemeth's Grimoire. She's gonna look at it and come back to us. For the Circle of Magi, something is free in the lowest levels of the tower. So we'll have to look at that in a bit. And then someone named Jome took advantage of their egos, lightly made a tidy profit. He's probably on the road, so we don't have to think about that. The Mages Collective, we've already done one of the mystical sites. This will be on the road. Notice of Termination. We've got to go to Denerim and Orzammar for that, so that's going to be some time. And this is the Brazilian Forest. Blackstone Regulars. We've already given one to Lothering, so the other ones we have to work on. And then we've already been to Lake Calenhad. Light. Now we have to send something to Jetta. So I think that is a bug. I think that is a bug. We're gonna leave it there for now.
Ugh, look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Oh no, 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 I'm not gonna flirt with her. Why doesn't he share his food with me?
You are welcome to this if you really want it. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
It was a gift. You can't just throw it away like that.
I just did. I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
See, she insults your dog. How can anyone go for a lady who insults your dog? You're a mean lady.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Yeah, you can say anything you like to her, it doesn't matter.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Man, there must be some issues as everybody's telling me how stinky he is. That's like 3 out of 4 people. Good, he will fell our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Go ahead.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Aww. Now, everybody will stop freaking complaining about it. Yes, we shall gather our party. I kind of like having Sten.
Yes.
So I want to take Sten. I didn't take Liliana last go, so I'm going to take
Indeed.
Liliana. And I'm going to take Alistair. So we have one
Yes.
mage in the party. That might not be wise. Let's have...
Of all the...
Yes.
Yes, okay, so I'm taking Alistair because Redcliffe is kind of an Alistair thing. He was there until he was 10. I'm going to take Wynne because she heals people and she's good at it. I'm just going to take Sten because I never take Sten anywhere. He never gets to go anywhere. I kind of would rather take Morrigan because I never take her anywhere either, but let's take Sten for now. Maybe I'll change over like midway through. So, we're going to Redcliffe. That's not Redcliffe. This is Redcliffe. Let's go to Redcliffe. Because we really should have gone there first. I just went to the Circle Tower to save time. And we might get something along the way. Yes, we do.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Darkspawn! Alright, so we got some Darkspawn here. We get Urlok, Urlok, Urlok. Anybody else? I forget how to move. Yes, it's like this. You can move slightly, you can't move everywhere. So there's 3 immediately around us, and there's a few up there. So what I'm going to do then... I'm going to put force field around that one. There's one coming around the edge, but I don't know if... He's just a Herlock, that's okay. I'm going to magic missile him. Now we do that. I'm going to heal him real quick. Oh wait, I don't want to get that guy, I want to get that guy.
Respec Addon!
As you say.
Oh, he's the leader. I wondered where this guy was.
No quarter shall be given. Very well. Now you fall.
Now we go into battle.
Oh, I've already hit him with one. Oh, I'm stunned. Oh dear. Okay, let's heal Win. And then let's heal me with a lesser householder. Alright, is there anybody left? Yes, there are some people left. Okay. Walking bomb that guy. Hello, sweetie. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to stitch these videos together. Let's keep going.
Go, let us end this. Missed!
Okay, so sometimes when you travel around the map, you'll get a fight. You'll only get a fight once, though you won't have two. Or you'll get a cutscene. Sometimes you'll get both. We were lucky, we got both. And that's how it is. Sometimes you'll have other things. Like, yeah, we'll get to them when we get there, but it's a surprise and it's kind of random. I don't think there's any particular order of any of this. Stuff through here. And then I'm going to get this elf fruit up here because that's important. It's very important.
Very well.
When? I fell.
Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought I thought it was all over.
You need rest, that's all.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Yep. It's a little concerning when your mage falls over like that for no reason. I love wind so much.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
What's on your mind?
I told you before how Al-Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Doesn't that make you heir to the throne?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Loghain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
Why tell me then? Why do I need to know?
Because it will probably come up. I didn't want to walk into Redcliffe without you knowing the truth. That would be just awkward. I have no illusions about my status, however. It's always been made very clear that I'm a commoner, and now a Grey Warden, and in no way in line for the throne. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al-Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
Yeah, Alistair's great. I just love Alistair. What a wonderful story this is. All of your companions just have their own. Okay, I think we need to go talk to this guy.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard that Al-Eamon is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying. We've no army to defend us, no Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead, and those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, our Lehman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Cool carving in the back.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother? Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What happened then?
They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help.
There are no Darkspawn here, and nothing to gain. It is a fool's errand.
Persuade last time didn't help. But I'm gonna try it. If there's a chance to rescue the Arl, we have to try.
Perhaps.
Thank
He's
you.
not gonna
Thank
like
you.
it.
This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of Arl Eamon's knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Their search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Okay. Why are you in the chantry with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Okay, do you need more men in here with you?
We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
Okay. What exactly are the things? Well, I think we'll find out. What happens after the battle is over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
Okay, I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Everyone approves. Ooh, very nice. Okay.
Let us pray. You are a stranger amongst us, and a mage, I see. Yet you still defend our home in its darkest hour. We are grateful.
You can tell him, I'm a huge staff stuck to my back. God. I cannot stand by while monsters attack the helpless.
Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a man of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left? All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Just how safe is the chantry?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Van Tegan is our only defense. Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
I should go.
May the Maker watch over you, child.
I'm not gonna ask for her blessing.
Why haven't Mother and Father returned yet?
They're gone, dear boy. Gone on a long trip.
When will they be back? I miss them.
Be brave, young man. Your parents would want that. We need you here to protect the rest of us. Yes?
I guess I can do that. I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
As you say.
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
I want to go home. Where's Father?
Very well.
Why can't we go home?
I already told.
So let's talk about the Thetis calendar. Right now we're in the Dragon Age, the 30th year of the 9th age since the crowning of the Chantry's first divine. Each age is exactly 100 years, with the next age's name chosen in the 99th year. The scholars in Val Royeaux advise the Chantry of portents seen in that 99th year, and the Chantry authorities pore over the research for months before the divine announces the name of the next imminent age. The current age was not meant to be the Dragon Age. Throughout the last months of the Blessed Age, the Chantry was preparing to declare the Sun Age, named for the symbol of the Orlesian Empire. But as the rebellion in Ferelden, okay, so it's been about 30 years, reached a head, the Battle of the River Dane was about to begin. A peculiar event occurred, a rampage, the rising of a dreaded High Dragon. Dragons had been thought practically extinct since the days of Navarre and dragon hunts, and they say that to see this great beast rising from the frostbacks was both majestic and terrifying. As the rampage began and the High Dragon decimated the countryside in its search for food, the elderly divine Faustine, too, abruptly declared the Dragon Age. So we are in the Dragon Age. We are 30 years into it. Which makes Kaylin under 30 years old.
We must stay here and be brave.
Jata, I think I have something to give her.
You're a Grey Warden, right?
Guess so.
Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Are you Jetta?
I am. You've heard of me?
I have something here from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot to... Maker's blessings upon you.
That's me. Grey Warden and bearer of bad news to pretty much everybody. Okay, let's see if Marina has anything to say.
Good day.
I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and...
Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
What would you give to find him? Don't worry, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
Yeah, I would...
Alistair here?
Alistair here. He's not really a fan of me right now. He's just neutral. He's warm. Ha! He's warm. So they start changing what they say to you. Okay, let's give him some more strength because we want him to... I'm not sure if that's enough strength, but we'll give him all the strength that we can at the moment. And oh, it's just not enough. Oh, he needs more dex for that. Oh no, 20 dexterity. Oh, it's not gonna give me enough. Okay, we'll give him... Requires level 9. Well, okay. Shield defense, no. Dual weapon, warrior, Templar, needs level 9. I don't want to give him anything, you know. Let's just hold on to those points. Shield wall is good. An assault is good. Okay, we'll go with shield defense. Okay, let's get out of here. We're not going to be in combat for a while, so I'm not going to put anything on. Can't really talk to militia.
You know, we don't have the men we need. And their numbers just keep growing each night.
Well, sure, they take the day.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack. So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
Good lord. Some horrible things in here to say. You heard wrong.
So you say. A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference.
That much is clear.
We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
What a positive thinking man. Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
That is a very silly, gruff voice. What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Is there anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Okay, tell me about Dwin.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Right. I want to discuss something else.
Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen?
Yes. I'll go talk to him then.
Don't drink with him. That's how he sucks you in. Just my luck, our success hinges on the most foolish drunk of a smith ever to grace the Maker's lands.
Okay. So there's two things we need to do. We need to find Dwyn. We need to find a boy. Well, we need three things. And then we need to, four things. Talk to Dwyn, find a boy, talk to the smith, and go up to the top of the hill and talk to the knights. Okay. Right now, I'm going to look at this map. So there is the chantry, and there are the tavern, and the smithy, Caitlin's home. Let's see, Caitlin's home is right in front of me, I think. Let's go to Caitlin's home first. Let's have a look everywhere. Whatever's inside the dresser, come out now.
Go away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Yes, ma'am.
That wasn't hard.
All right. I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the chantry if you really want.
Your sister's looking for you.
I just didn't want to be at the chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
Go back to your sister then. She's worried sick.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, easy resolution to that one. I can't remember where he was, but he's just there, so that's quite nice. The Legend of Calenhad. There's lots of good stuff about Calenhad. It's really, really lovely. It's a nice little story. What? Key required? Oh, the girl gives me a key to the chest as a reward. Okay, that's fine.
Very well.
Cautionary tales about adventurers. So, in this codex, I would recommend, if you have a bit of time and you like Dragon Age, just look through it because it's got some wonderful stories. This is in the books section, books and songs section. I don't think I want to read through all this because it just takes so much time and it kind of distracts from what we're doing here. So, yeah, I think I've already said this before. If you are interested, please do go and read it because it's very interesting, very cool. What's in here? Ah. Lamp oil barrels, part of our quest. It's just
very well.
A tattered shopping list. What's it got to say? Sugar, wheat flour, fillet knife, ginger for grandpa's flatulence, ink, cod liver oil, dried mushrooms, and rouge or lesion. Also remember to ask if more beeswax will be available soon. That's a very random collection of things. Great, we got a Nova Silverite rune.
I shall do it.
I've already looked at that. We're done in here. Gotta get those wooden crates. Barrel. Gotta get that Blink fellow. No swimming in Lake Calenhad. Why not? I don't know. It looks like such a nice place. More on the late legends of Lake Calenhad. Such a great story. I really recommend you looking at the stories about Lake Calenhad. More stuff to sell. There's Deathroot over there.
Very well.
Not that I use this stuff, but you never know. You can see the door up there highlighting when I press it. Well, maybe you can't. Yes, there was this door over here I'd like to go look at. I think Dwyn is here. Let's check.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
You're talking to a mage. We'll go where we like unless you'd like to stop us now. You're talking to a mage. Care to rephrase that?
You know what? In the interest of keeping my face from bursting into flame, I think I will. The name's Dwyn. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
Murdoch says he needs you for the militia.
So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Either die out there or here now.
So, that's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go. If you want me out there so badly.
Good man.
Spoken like someone who doesn't know me very well. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
Wouldn't go anywhere else. Okay. I thought I had a chest in here. Maybe they don't have it just yet. There was another door I saw highlighted. I get a little turned around in this little area. It's a bit twisty back and forth. Done here.
Don't you ever talk? You know, make polite conversation just to put people at ease?
You mean that I should remark upon the weather before I cut off a man's head?
Never mind.
That is one of the areas where dialogue starts, which is wonderful. I love it. Let's just go back over it. Yeah, that doesn't get highlighted. Oh, are you done? You don't want to say anything else? Maybe it was too early. Maybe I have to wait a little bit of time.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen, the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I'd prefer not to speak through the door. Can I come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Dalen, a Grey Warden helping Ban Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
I've been warned not to drink. Why have you locked yourself in the smithy?
My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
I will rescue your daughter.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
And what about the militia? They need your help.
If you look for Velena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you I'll find her.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Is this a promise we will not keep?
What's this?
Stan!
I said nothing
Shut
to
up.
you, human.
Right then.
And
It seems
wrong
I have
with
some
you?
work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose
I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Sten disapproving. Sten.
As you say.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it. I don't think there's anything you'll need in there, but it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
Couldn't the militia use this?
Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
It has begun.
Nice of him. We'll just take it all. We can sell it. Alright, Sten. I feel like you're gonna be a tough nut to crack. We're gonna have to give you lots of gifts.
Stop fidgeting.
I don't like
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over a drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantig and the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
I still need to speak to Sir Perth.
You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north. I have a good feeling about tonight.
And well he should.
And that is
because you're
a
a
good...
good-for-nothing liar and a thief.
It's a good thing when he says that he has a good feeling. It means that we've helped quite a lot. Take the helmet, go up the hill. There's a couple things we can do up here. So to the right is where the knights are. To the left is the pub. So I'm gonna go here and get this chest, and then I'm gonna go to pub, and then I'm gonna go talk to the knight, and then I'm done with recording today. Wait a minute. How can I get the chest? Oh, I have to go up. I can't remember how you get the chest. Anyway, we're gonna go to the pub first.
I can't believe Lloyd won't even give us some free ale. A time like this, and all he thinks about is turning a profit.
Did you expect any different? That bastard's always been cheaper than an ante from the hall.
Here we are defending the village, and he don't even have the decency to help us out.
Better you should be drunk for the coming battle?
I was drunk for the last 2 fights, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If you fought those things, you'd know.
Lloyd is charging us for coin we don't even got anymore. Nobody's working right now. We're all just trying to survive.
Ah, what difference does it make? He won't care.
Convince the barkeep to give the militia free drinks? I don't think so.
We just come here to try and forget
I don't
what's
think
happening.
so. I think that that's a terrible idea.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Jarl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope?
Who are you anyway?
Name's Lloyd. So, why'd you come to the village now? The roads can't be all that safe, not with a war brewing.
I am a Grey Warden.
Well, that explains it. Except for the lack of darkspawn around here. But never mind me. Something else I can get for you?
Answer a few questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
Shouldn't you be helping defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar, just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
Either die fighting in the militia or die now. Your choice.
But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go.
I approve. All who are able should fight.
But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
It's updated. I don't want him to give them free drinks. I think it's a terrible idea.
Maker's blessings on you tonight. Hopefully, we all make it through.
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
What do you know about that elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
So how's business then?
What business? I close up, but it gives the militia a place to take their minds off tonight. Me too, I suppose.
Shouldn't you be at the chantry?
When I lock up the tavern later on, I will be. Are you fighting tonight?
Of course.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
I should go.
Keep safe and come back any time. I won't lock up until near sundown. What can I get you?
I need some supplies.
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
All for nothing. Yes, we can give Wynne more wine. Buy it all. All the flasks. I could do with that. I don't ever bother. I should probably bother healing my dog, but almost never do. Okay. Great.
What can I get you?
Oh, I need some more supplies. Actually, I
Let
need
me
to
see
get
what
rid
Lloyd
of some
stored
of
in
the
the
stuff.
back. You can help yourself.
I need to get rid of some of the stuff I just picked up because I got some stuff that I don't. Oh, I can't sell. Ah.
What can I get you?
Could you serve the militia ale for free?
Lloyd wouldn't care much for that. It's an excellent idea. You hear that, boys? Drinks for the militia are on the house.
Ha! You're the best, darling!
You just keep us all safe, boys. And stay alive.
Okay, I should go.
Keep safe and come back any time. I won't lock up until near sundown.
Right, the updated quests. I've done it. I need to talk to Sir Perth. I need to talk to Beric.
Not looking for company.
Shouldn't you be with the militia? I hear you're Berwick.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem awfully nervous. Why is that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all.
You said you were waiting for your brother.
My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here.
Not suspicious
And then I got
at
stuck
all.
here when monsters from the castle attacked.
I'm supposed to believe that?
Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to. I was just told to... just leave me alone.
What do you mean? What were you told to do?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
This will be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change.
But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they? Who hired you to do this? I think we know. So you know how this happened. Tell me now.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
Who are they? Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man. Terran Loghain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Yes. We already asked him about what he's supposed to watch the castle for. How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
Well, I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Fitting.
Oh, all right.
I'm glad Stead
I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Yeah, I get back 2 approval when I lost 3 earlier for no reason. Graffiti.
As you say.
Okay, what does the graffiti say? Don't eat the cheese. Wise words from random individual. Okay. How do I get to that chest? I'm just bothered about that. What's over here? Is there anything over here? Do I go up here? Yes, that's how I go up here. Was I blind before? I've been up here 100 times. So I knew how everything in the pub was gonna go. I usually do not give the militia drinks. They say it helps morale and it's part of the quest, but I usually say it's stupid, that's dumb. Don't give your fighting people drinks before the fight. That's just ridiculous. But I decided to that time. Just kinda, there's no reason why not. We're getting everyone's help for the militia. Okay, I forget about this guy. Who is this guy?
Yes? What can I do for you?
Oh, I have a letter for you.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Well, that's what happens when you sign letters and you don't read the fine print.
It shall be done.
Yay, Leicester Spirit Bomb. Battle of Aisley. So Aisley gets talked to about a lot. And this is just a poem about the Battle of Aisley. Very nice. I'm going to quick save because that was a little bit of a weird transition there. This game does run pretty well. Sometimes I get some gruff.
What's this?
It's a sock?
It's a filthy sock. How did it find its way to my bedroll?
Maybe it likes you. Socks are sneaky like that. Anyway, it's not mine.
It has your name stitched on it.
Oh, part of Templar training back at the Chantry. The men were always getting their socks mixed up. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll take it from you right now. One of my socks is feeling a little damp anyway. A change would be nice.
You're going to put it on? It's filthy.
And dry. We're not exactly traveling in the lap of luxury here.
What hideous habits you've picked up.
I like these stuffs that these 2 characters are having with the dragon heads on it. Super cool. Some of the design work in this game is really good. I must say, I do not like all the brown. It's very brown. Lots of locations are brown. It should be bright and green and pleasant to look at. I'm going to take the
Isn't it
cash.
beautiful? Standing here, you know of the trouble down in the village.
Yeah. These are his knights.
No word from
so
the
I understand
castle?
the Jarl's brother placed you in charge of the village's defense. Your presence is welcome.
Oh, Andraste's grace.
Very well.
That is a present for Liliana. And you can have a go at this landmark tree, little dog. Then I get to talk to this dude.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit that I do not quite know how to address you. Is my lord sufficient?
Oh, call me Grey Warden, for that's what I am.
Grey Warden it is then, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with a Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters aflame.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
I'll see what I can do.
That gladdens my heart to hear it.
Is there anything else you need? He's gonna say no.
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
I have some questions for you.
Ask me whatever you wish.
I know where I can get supplies. Tell me what's happened here. Something about an urn. Tell me about the urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what is the Earl out sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Arlessa believe one could find the urn?
The Jarl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
Can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
So the knights left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
I want to discuss something else.
As you wish.
Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Alright, so I need to get him a blessing. If it boosts his morale, that's fine. I like the thing. Thanks to you, the militia can drown, drink as much as they want, as often as they want. This is a good thing, right? Yeah, well, no, but well, we'll do it for this run anyway. So all I need to do is get him a blessing from the revered mother and come back, and then I'm kind of ready to begin the onslaught. So what I'm going to do now, though, is save it, and I will meet you in part 14, I think. Exciting. See, see you in a bit.